Sig Sauer P365. Let's go. Features, as always, we're going to start at the bottom, work on our way up to the top. Let's talk about the magazines. The magazines are very high quality, made in the USA, metal magazines, so they're very durable. The magazine is probably the most important thing about the pistol. This pistol was built around the magazine. Sig Sauer supposedly came up with the idea of the magazine and then built the gun around it. It is not a traditional double stack magazine that we're all familiar with. It's actually a stack and a half. That allows them to get 10 rounds in a very small magazine. It comes with two 10-round magazines. This is the flush fitting 10-round magazine, and then this is the 10-round magazine with the pinky extension, as you see there on the base. When you put the pinky extension one in, it gets you a pretty good grip. My pinky is on there good. When I put the flush fitting magazine in, not quite as good. My pinky kind of rides off there. Sig also offers a 12-round magazine that gets you a much larger extension, pretty much a subcompact size grip. And they also offer a 15-round magazine if you want more of a full-size grip. I typically carry the 10-round magazine with the pinky extension and then a 12-round magazine in my pocket using my Neomag spare mag carrier. This particular frame I had customized. The Cerakote was done by Ocean State Armory. They laid down this really nice burnt bronze color. The stippling was done by Steady Grind Design, both local great Rhode Island companies. See, the frame has two cutouts on each side of the pistol, so if you need to rip a magazine during any double feeds, it gives you a little extra space to rip those magazines. Your magazine release is reversible. I'm very happy that it's reversible and not ambi. I prefer reversible magazine releases, especially on these small pistols. So as you can see, you can take it out, you can swap it around. It's good size, but it's definitely not too big where you're accidentally going to push it when you're shooting. The one thing you need to be extra careful about with any micro compact pistol with unloading and reloading the gun is how small the frame is going to be. You're going to need to do some training to get past this. When you take the magazine out, it's very easy to slow it down coming out, and when you need to reload, you really got to get your fingers out of the way so you can get that magazine in. Working up from the magazine release, we have the slide stop slide lever, which is not ambi. It's only going to be on the left side of the gun, so for you left-handed shooters, that is something you'll need to get used to if you're considering this firearm. And this is the takedown lever, which we will show you in just a second. The trigger is decent. It's not great, it's not bad, it's decent. You have a little take up, not too much. The wall is strong. You know when you hit that wall, there's no questioning it. On a gun this small, it's not a bad thing to have that strong wall. And then the trigger breaks right there. Rack the slide, your reset. Not too bad. Obviously it's tactile, very audible, you can hear it. Moving up on the slide, as you can see, you have front and rear cocking serrations, which is a great thing because on these really small pistols, it can be a little bit more difficult to get hold of the slide, so those definitely don't hurt. These sights. These sights from Sig are fantastic. They are day and night sights. As you can see, it has a blacked out rear and a bright green front, and that is perfect for me. I love those kind of sights. It is very easy to pick up that green dot. They are steel sights, so they should be very durable. They are metal. And then as you can see on the back of the gun, if my camera focuses, it does have a good sized ledge for one-handed manipulations as well. So let's first talk about field stripping the pistol. Like most modern handguns, you go ahead and lock the slide to the rear using the slide release. Push the takedown lever down, send the slide forward, and the slide pulls right off. You have a dual captured recoil spring, which is stainless steel. Then you have your carbon steel barrel. Should hold up quite nicely, should be very high quality. To reassemble the pistol, you just go in reverse order. Put your barrel in first, then your dual captured recoil spring, and then you would put the slide back on the firearm. We are not going to do that right now because we are going to talk about taking this fire control unit out first. Alright, so to take the fire control unit out of the pistol, you're going to go ahead and punch out that roll pin right there. Once you punch out that roll pin, the fire control unit lifts right out from the back. This is actually a serialized firearm that you can take in and out and put in different grips. So as we speak right now, Sig is starting to come out with the P365 XL grips. You can actually take this fire control unit, slap it in one of the Sig 365 XL frames, and get yourself a slightly larger grip and a larger magazine capacity without having to buy a second firearm. As you can see, I have another frame right here. This was also stippled by Steady Grind Design. There's the burnt bronze, there's the black, and then here is the factory one that comes with it. You can get the fire control unit. Go ahead and slide your trigger in, snap that bad boy in place, replace the roll pin, and you just swapped out your frames on your on your Sig P365. Now, putting the slide back on, you do have to make sure that your takedown lever is pushed down. And I'm very happy that this happened. The first time I took this gun apart, I couldn't get the takedown lever to push down. You need to pull up on the slide release, and then the takedown lever will go down. So if you get stuck, there's a little pro tip for you. While you're holding the takedown lever, let's line everything back up. Function check. We are back in business. The one thing I neglected to mention when we were talking about the frame is this rail on the 365. It is a proprietary rail, which is unfortunate, but at least it has something. A lot of these really small micro compact, whether it be the Ruger LCP or whatever, don't really have a usable rail. So at least this does have some sort of a rail. The only lights that I know that work on it, Sig has their own light, Foxtrot 1 I believe it's called. Oh no, Foxtrot 365. It's the name of it, and Streamlight has a little light that will work on it as well. Those are the only two that I know of right now. Let's talk about dimensions. Your overall length from front to back is going to be 5.8 inches. The overall width of the pistol is going to be 1 inch. Height from top to bottom is 4.3. Your weight is right around 18 ounces, just under 18 ounces, and your barrel length is barely over 3 inches. So there's actually 3 different versions of the Sig P365. I have the regular basic version that came out first. There's also an SAS version, which is really snag-proof, sleek design. The sights don't stick out at all. The sight is like a Meprolite type sight, where there's just a rear sight and it's milled into the slide. All the controls on the side are also flush fit, so it's a much more of a snag-proof model. That wasn't my cup of tea. There's also an XL model. The XL model is slightly longer in the slide and longer on the grip. Instead of holding, instead of coming with 10-round magazines, that one comes with some 12-round magazines. As always, let's talk about my holster. As you can see, is another M2 Tactical Solutions. Yes, I love their holsters. No, I don't get paid for promoting their holsters to you guys. I truly just think they are the most comfortable. There is a discount code right here. It is Tiberius. These holsters are serious holsters for serious operators, not to be fooled around with. So thank you very much for watching my review on the P365. I hope you found it helpful. It's a great little gun. I'm going to go ahead and give it 1 thumbs up. I would give it more than that, but when they first came out, they had some issues, and that made me very, very hesitant to get them. Since they came out with kind of the Gen 2 version, they've been very, very good across the board. Mine has been excellent. Again, 500-600 rounds in that area, and I've had no issues. The trigger's okay. The sights are great. The big win here is the capacity for the size. Most guns this size, like a Glock 43 for example, held 6 rounds. And then this guy came out at 10 rounds because of that stack-and-a-half magazine, and it was a true game changer for the industry. And now you see some pistols coming out like the Springfield Hellcat trying to match that idea and get you a micro compact pistol with over 10 rounds. Once again, thank you for watching my review on the Sig P365. I greatly appreciate your time. If you have a second, go ahead and hit that like button. While you're at it, hit the subscribe button. This way you get notified every time we come out with new videos. I'm gonna go do some more shooting, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Do not let the size of the Sig P365 fool you. It is 100% a race gun, and you should always shoot plate racks with race guns. We are going to do some distance shooting with the Sig P365, but because it is a micro compact pistol, we are going to start at 10 yards instead of the normal 25, and we'll work our way back and see what we can do. All right, 10 yards was too easy. Let's go back to 25. 25 yards with the P365. Three for 4, that's not too bad. Think we can go back to 35 yards? All right, 35 yards with the Sig P365. This gun is not made for these distances, nor are my skills. Was that 4 for 5 at 35 yards? Let's go back to 50. 50 yards with the P365 is just silly, but let's see if I can get even 1 for 5. Three for 5 at 50 yards with this micro compact. I will take it. I have never shot the dot torture drill with my 365, so wish me luck again. As you see, that is far, far, far from my best showing on the dot torture. I really struggled with the magazine exchanges. That was probably my worst one. That was just ugly. Follow-up shots were a little off. Shockingly, my support hand was easy. It was solid. But man, magazine exchanges with this little gun is tough. You really, really need to practice your mag changes if you're gonna carry a micro compact pistol. She may be small, but she be mighty. It's windy. Jeez, blah, 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 blah.